Welcome back to That's So Vegas. I'm your host, Christina Keller. We have had a great hour today. We had music and magic, and now we have conservation and the family fun, a groundwork of Las Vegas. I'm with Pietro Sardelli. Before we get back to you, because you want to tell us about some great exhibits out there, and another thing I like, it is family friendly. So much of the things that go on in town are adults, so it's nice to have a family thing and to conserve and preserve. I really have to just do a shout out because I got to do something that totally blew my mind Monday night. It was more than just an event. It was a singularly wonderful experience for me. I've played tennis in this valley for almost 30 years, and I was credentialed to cover the WTT World Team Tennis Smash Hits event at Caesars Palace. It's a wonderful event. Billie Jean King and Sir Elton John got together the second year here at Caesars, and coming in on their own time, free, everything, they didn't charge for it, was John McEnroe, Maria Sharapova, Martina Navratilova, Marty Fish. I'm sitting 6 feet from these people. I felt like I was in the Palace of the Gods, and it's just a great event, especially for tennis fans and family. So they have a press conference, and then they had an auction. I believe they raised, oh goodness, let's see, quite a bit this year. Well, over the course of the 23 years they've been doing this all over the country, they've raised 23 million. It was about 160,000, I think, or more, 600,000.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's great.
so they have the silent auction, and then these magnificent tennis stars. They had a court specially built right on the strip, which even Elton John and John McEnroe and everybody are saying how cool it was to play right on the strip. And they did singles and doubles, mixed double matches. I can't say enough about it. It was a relaxed, fun venue, I think, for the players as well as the spectators. They had a DJ spinning some incredible rock and roll that would go along with the different... It was just, I can't even say enough about it, and I'll quit babbling. But next year, you really want to buy your tickets to this event. I'm not sure that they're going to do Caesars again. This was the second year in a row. It could be in New York. They have venues picked out for it. And thank you to all those tennis greats for taking the time and donating their time. It was just incredible. So I'm still walking on air over that. For somebody like me, it was better than any rock star, I'll tell you that. This Saturday, I'm going to be at the window showroom at Bally's. There's a really incredible group called the Bronx Wanderers. It's a father and two sons. And you know when siblings sing together like the Righteous Brothers, there's some kind of magic melody that goes on there. I haven't seen the show yet, but I've seen clips, and it looks really like a lot of fun. So, and I like rock and roll, so that's where I'm going to be this weekend, and I'll let everybody know how it goes the next weekend. There's so much going on in Vegas because Halloween's coming up, and I always tell viewers, if I don't get into every detail, and I don't want to take any more time away from Pietra, go to www.vegasonlyentertainment.com, and there is just a ton of really fun Halloween events starting at Fremont Street, all over the valley. A lot of new stars coming into town, and totally just a bunch of like food specials and stuff. Everybody likes to celebrate October.
It's such a beautiful month.
It is, and it's cool, really and you look great in orange.
my fall theme.
It's really, I'm a fall too. I was just talking to Jarrett and Raja about that, and I walked out, and there you were in orange. We all just went, oh, there she is.
I called. What are
is she wearing? So, back to the fabulous Springs Preserve, which is such a incredible part of Vegas history. But also now it's a sustainable garden, family garden. You have a cafe, special events. We were talking about the Halloween one coming up.
Yeah, so Haunted Harvest is actually going to run all through the rest of October, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings from 5 until 9 p.m.
Okay.
Obviously it's a family-friendly event. We encourage costumes, no masks. But it is such a great time. There's live music. There's trick-or-treating stations throughout. There's just food and it's just always such a great event, and everyone just comes in these adorable costumes, and the staff really gets invested. I think that's probably one of the things that makes visiting the Springs Preserve so nice is, and I see this a lot on our reviews too, is that everyone who works there is pretty much vested in it. It's not a job for most of us. We believe in the mission. We believe in sustainability. We love where we are. I mean, when the Springs Preserve opened, it was the largest public use LEED certified building, which is the highest level given in green building for leaders in energy. So we were the largest in the country, and now we're still one of them. But we're used. We just actually found out one of our architects came out. We're still used as an example throughout the country when people are talking about it, and through the world, because we have straw belt constructed, we have rammed earth. The buildings themselves are exhibits, and then within our exhibits, we were talking about this. So the Origin Museum and the Nevada State Museum is also on our site. So when you come into the Springs Preserve and you buy your ticket, you also are going to the Nevada State Museum as well, which is wonderful.
Yeah, and you know, from what I read, it was almost non-existent because they were going to build the 95 right through the Springs Preserve. Can you imagine that?
They didn't realize progress was happening, and they didn't realize what they were about to. And I think the story I heard was that one of the people involved said, I don't think you can do that. And then very quickly in the 70s, this group formed, and we were placed on the National Registry of Historic Places.
Thank you, group.
Yeah, to save us. And then it sat for a while, and it really was 10 years in the making before now what's about to be our 10-year anniversary.
I can see that.
Coming next year. So
yeah, there's a lot that you just couldn't, it's not like a Tinker Toys to put together. You had to develop a lot. How many acres is it again?
180.
That is just so mind-blowing.
Yeah, and it began as more as an educational facility, and then sort of the desire of the public has kind of morphed it. Like I was telling you, our museums used to have static exhibits, which are really interesting, but you come 2 or 3 times and you've done it. And so now we change them out, usually about, I'd say, 3 to 4 months, that we have an art gallery there, and our New Frontier Gallery, which now has the science.
That's so cool.
Science fiction, really science future. It really is.
Because it's immersive.
It's so, it is. I told you I gave you props because when you said you were going to ask me about it, I thought, oh shoot, I haven't gone in yet, because it's always there. And I usually like to take a day when I don't have a lot happening, so I can really go and experience. And that's one of my favorite things, is when we have a group do a buyout and to watch adults play when there's no kids looking. It's great. This it is where science can go, where we're headed, what the possibilities are, and the things which we're actually already doing. One of the neater exhibits I saw this morning was it shows in the 1970s what we thought the future would look like. And then what we thought, we didn't get our flying cars, which we have written a strongly worded letter. But there's so many neat things and what's happening, and so where we can go. And it's
Speaking of flying,
amazing.
You were telling me you've had the British Royal Air Force come to the preserve.
We have training. They train, So I mentioned our ologists. So they'll come out with our zoologists and the gardens team, and they learn about deadly animals, what to do if you're bitten, spiders, venomous versus poisonous, and then plants that heal, how to utilize them and survive it.
Get water from.
Yeah. And it's think because they had never seen a black widow. Really, it's not something in the UK that
or a brown recluse. God forbid.
So they come out and learn, and it's great. And
do you keep those types of wildlife or insects on display there?
We do. We have
not a petting zoo.
Yeah, no, because they're not as fun as one would think. Yeah,
rattlesnake.
It's we have an animal exhibit. So it's part of the Origin Museum. And
goodness,
so
what don't you have?
I don't think anything.
I'm
really.
serious. You have the cafe. You have all these special events coming up.
We have meeting rooms. We have places for weddings.
So
we
you can even get married
out
there.
We probably, that's actually where I am. My department's a group sales, and probably 80% of our inquiries are weddings.
That would just be a great beautiful venue. Yes, it would be indeed.
My favorite is on the corporate side, because they've been in the casinos and they've been doing that and having these big conferences, and then usually I prefer the tail end party, and they'll come out to our big open air amphitheater, and they come in through a ravine, and it's to hear everyone just go, they had no idea this existed. They didn't know what you were going to see in Las Vegas.
I am bringing my guests in the near future out.
Please do.
I really will, because I'm a little tired of everybody dragging me down on the strip and everything, and give them I can't believe we're almost out of town. I just looked at the clicker there.
I'm wordy.
No, you're not. You're so chock full of information, and there's so many wonderful things going on. All the contact information, I'm pretty sure, was scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Check on their website, too. I think that Halloween thing is going to be fantastic.
It's
a great experience for kids and family. And we adults can come out there when the kids aren't around and act like kids again. I got to run. Time flew. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it.
See everybody next week.